Do you know who she is?
The actress?
Yeah.
No.
Dorothy Stratton.
I thought she looked familiar.
Really?
Okay.
Who was
Short-lived Dorothy Stratton, murdered by her husband.
Who was shot and murdered 8 months after this episode aired.
Really?
She was going to be a big star.
Wow. But Rourke was evil. He had knowledge of a sex trafficking ring.
Yeah.
Did nothing.
It's Fantasy Island. It's his job to just make the fantasies
Used
happen.
her as bait.
It says here, Rourke often preceded particularly risky fantasies with a stern warning, a word of caution, or even a suggestion that the guest might want to select another fantasy.
Could I offer you a different fantasy?
He would warn his guests, Terry. So his magic had limits. He was powerless to stop a fantasy once it had begun. They must allow the fantasy to play out.
Why did he agree to these fantasies?
But he also threw John Saxon to the mermaid because he said, "I've battled you before, mermaid, and you're not going to win."
These are supposed to be moral learning lessons for these people.
There it is.
There's a picture. X96.com/live. That looks really dumb.
He looked pretty good when they were doing the swimming and everything.
John Saxon's kind of a handsome guy, though.
He was at that time. Anyway, I just was very upset that kids were watching this in 1977.
I was a kid watching it in 1977.
And sex trafficking is not a word you thought of.
No, I don't think
it was just, what a bad man, Vic Fontaine.
I want to see this one. Don Knotts' fantasy is to play, he wants to be a private investigator.
Sounds great to me.
That sounds great.
All right. Perfect.
It's okay that we can do a deep dive on Fantasy Island because there's no traffic to tell you about. Things are moving well. Enjoy the commute this morning. It will not be like this tomorrow. If you see something that you think friends of the program need to know about, text us 33986. Injured in an accident? Everyone deserves an advocate. Call 801-355-5550 or go to utahdadvocates.com.
All right. We will take a break. We will be back. Our son Kyle calling in next. See where he's at. And Boners round 2. Oh, and Whitney Cummings. We have a celebrity on your show. Whitney Cummings calling in.
Comedian.
She's going to be here performing soon and wants to tell you about it. On the way. Stand by for that. Hoops Vision Correction. HOOPES Vision.com.
See the wonder of the season. Without your glasses, without your contact lenses. Yes. Because you get a Lasik procedure and it corrects your vision, sometimes even better than 20/20 at Hoops Vision. Carrie's done it, I've done it, and you've heard us say it time and time again. There's really almost nothing to it.
Oh, yeah.
It's quick.
You go in, you lie down. It is painless. Yeah. It's just a little pressure on your eye.
Yeah. It's just amazing. And then you get up from the table and you go, oh, I can see.
Why didn't I do this sooner? Will be the first thing that you say.
Right now, you get $800 off LASIK. That's $400 per eye. Remember, you can use your flex spending money, that money that you have to use by the end of the year. So call and make your free, no obligation appointment. 877-30-LASIK. That's 877-30-LASIK. Or you can make an appointment at hoopsvision.com.
So I've been thinking about something as I've been on this trek. This has really been kind of the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. Walking along, and this is a staggeringly beautiful country. The vistas are almost indescribable. You see, we had a very good view of Mount Everest, Sagarmatha, today, and it looks tiny down at the end of the Khumbu Valley. It looks very small because we're walking past mountains that we're very close to mountains that are huge, like Ama de Blanc, which Dean has summited. How high is Ama de Blanc?
A little over 23,000 feet.
That's, of course, Dean Cardinal. So we pass mountains like that, and they make Everest look small. 5.5 hours today on the trail, very difficult, and I've had a lot of time to think. And the other day, something just popped into my head when we were trekking around, and I thought, when we get to the monastery, I'm going to cut all my hair off. It's not I talked to my wife, and she said, why are you going to do that? And I said, well, I don't know, it just popped into my mind, and I'm kind of tired of dealing with it on the trail. My hair is always soaking wet from sweat, and she said, is it a spiritual thing? And I said, well, maybe kind of it is. It is kind of. It's a humility thing, and I feel very humbled by this experience, by what I'm doing here. It's very difficult. I see people around me carrying 200 pounds on their back, and I can barely make it up the hill with 8 pounds on my back. And a Belgian Sherpa says, Bill, can I take some? Let me carry your water. Let me, I am humbled by this experience. And now, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to come back and be all weird and religious or anything like that. But it is a humbling experience, and I'm going to go to the monastery at Tengboshe tomorrow sometime, and I guess one of the monks will shave my head, and you'll hear about it on the radio. That's it for now from Tengboshe, and namaste, everyone. Namaste.
Worried about the circus performers.
What are they going to do? Maybe they'll all be DJs in LA.
I heard the Feld Entertainment family say, we're closing down the circus, 146 years, and we have 400 employees, and we are going to do our best to find jobs for them. And then they went on to say, there is some difficulty finding jobs for people who have been living on a train most of their lives, like
their families,
like a train.
Yeah.
A train that travels around the country. Yeah. They live on a train. They're circus performers. This is the life they know. There's going to be some difficulty of job placement for them. So I don't know. I think maybe we should start some sort of program. If you can take in a circus performer,
won't you put refugee circus performer?
I don't want no circus people living next door to me.
No. Now think about it. How handy it might be to have a circus performer of some sort living with you.
They could climb on your roof pretty easily. I bet. If you clean out your gutters, I bet they could do that.
I bet they'd be very handy around the house. Circus performers would be they know how to do all kinds of things. They would know how to go next door and scam your neighbors out of stuff.
I don't trust them.
They would know how to. I mean, if there are any, for instance, if you have neighborhood chickens, I'll bet they can steal chickens. Circus performers can do all kinds.
Performers can steal chickens?
I think they know how to steal chickens. I think they know the best houses to get free meals. I think they know all kinds of stuff.
Well, I'm glad you've been worried about this.
I'm worried about them,
and I want to find a solution.
Where are they going to? But I did think about that. I mean, these people really have been. The Feld was one of the women, one of the daughters of the Feld family said, "We're going to try and job place, but some of these people have been living on the circus train most of their lives.
Maybe they can be engineers,
porters, waiters. I don't know." Conductors, brakemen. It's just weird.
Not near me. Don't trust them.
Nope.
right, we're a little late. 8:07. It's that magical time of year again, Gina.
Oh, yes, it's the X days of Xmas, isn't it? And I have a keyword to give you for... Hold, please. I was looking up Fantasy Island trivia.
We're just a little bit late, and so...
Yeah.
Let's see. Your chance to win a gift certificate to Bout Time Pub and Grub, valued at $100. Bout Time Pub and Grub is the perfect place to catch a game, eat some good grub, and enjoy a great cocktail. Learn more at bouttimepub.com. Text the word time, T-I-M-E, time, to 33986 for your chance to win.
Merry Christmas, movie house!
Okay, there we go. Now let's get to this.
Merry Christmas!
Not that. Not that.
Merry Christmas, movie house!
I'm having all kinds of problems.
Kyle Brown.
They say
Hang on. We're getting there. There he is.
Kyle Brown. Good morning, Kyle.
Yes.
We're running kind of late here, so you'll have to talk fast.
He can't. Don't ask him to do that.
Kyle is a little albino boy that came into our lives many, many years ago, and then he disappeared for a while, and now he's back under unfortunate circumstances, but it's nice to have you back with us, Kyle.
I'm back for a minute or two.
For those of you who don't know, Kyle has ALS, a particular form of ALS that starts in the mouth, of all things, and it affects Kyle's speech, and then it will eventually affect the rest of his body, and then...
Well, we don't have to talk about and then. Why do you have to bring up and then?
Well, because there's an and then, but he's with us now. What's been going on in your life this week, Kyle?
I'm actually in San Diego, California right now.
Oh, yeah? Doing what?
Came down for several reasons. Visited an old friend of mine who actually met through the program.
Oh, you met through the Radio from Hell show?
Yeah, 30 years ago. So visited with her for a while.
Oh, I remember now. You said you were going to go see your sourpuss old aunt.
Yeah, and I saw my aunt, visited her here. And also saw a concert and visited Joe Pesci, which was unintended.
You visited Joe Pesci?
Yeah, ran into Joe Pesci.
Where was
for real?
Where was Joe Pesci?
By Seaport Village, on the pier looking out. And I saw him there. He didn't want to be recognized, so I didn't bother him. But
what was the concert you saw?
Churches.
Churches?
We were playing in Salt Lake. The snow came in, so they couldn't play.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Well,
back to Joe Pesci. Was he, like, fishing? What was he doing?
No, he was just sitting, like, watching poetic, looking out of the ocean, pondering what's become of his life.
Are you sure that's what he was doing?
Who knows?
I wonder if Mel Gibson's going to call me back for Lethal Weapon 5.
You know, remind me, though, so I was down here in San Diego maybe 10 years ago or 5 years ago, and running on the bay side of Mission Beach, and I ran into Gina Davis. True story.
Wow.
All the famous people you run into down there.
Yes, and so she was running, well, if you can call her running, and she was trotting, logging along slowly.
Yeah.
And I passed her going the other way, so I came back eventually and ran past her, and I looked to make sure it was her. I thought it was, and it wasn't. So as I thought it was her, I swapped in there, and I said, the flies are terrible here.
The flies?
That's a great conversation starter.
And she kind of gave me that, this because of the laugh, like, that was terrible. And I just kept running, but that was my run-in with Gina Davis.
My guess is it's a moment she will never forget.
I'm sure.
Yeah. You should call her. Remember that day?
The flies are terrible here.
Oh, you're that guy.
It was me. Yeah. Kyle, how's your health?
Seriously?
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Why you got to bring that up? We're just talking to our friend Kyle. We don't have to.
I mean, okay. Let's pretend nothing's wrong. That's what we're good. You're good at that, Gina. I know.
Well, it's still slowly slipping away.
Mm-hmm.
But we're working on it. We're still, working on stuff. So I need a new drug dealer. One of mine took my money and disappeared, which is shocking.
Yeah,
I can't believe it.
It's hard to find a good drug dealer these days. Yeah.
Hey, Kyle.
I know.
Kyle, we have to go. Are you down there by yourself?
I know. I'm down here with my plus one, my wife.
Good. That's great. Well, I'm glad you're spending time with her too. And she must be, I think she looks like a lovely woman. So.
She is.
Yep. You're a lucky man.
Yeah, gold digger.
Yeah.
Gold digger.
Totally.
All right, Kyle, we've
Thanks.
got to go.
right.
Thanks. Please take care of yourself.
All right. Let's all.
And there you go.
Look over. So we've got a good commute. I think karma's giving you a nice day today because might not be so nice tomorrow.
Tomorrow's going to go to
Would
hell.
you quit saying that?
I'm trying to. Positive spin, Bill, is that
Gloom and doom.
there are no accidents right now. Now, maybe you see something you think friends of the program need to know about. You can send it to us, 33986, if you see something. If you've got a used laptop, tablet, or smartphone collecting dust, consider donating it to Spy Hop. Donated units are cleaned and refurbished, then provided to students and families in need. Donations accepted year-round. Learn more, visit spyhop.org.
All right, Boners Round 2 coming up. Here are the candidates you'll consider this time. Number 1, a great new way to pay for education and boost teacher salaries. Boner candidate number 2, well, this'll do the trick. And boner candidate number 3, Hannibal went a little bit off script.
Boners Round 2, Big Boy News coming up next. Stand by. BigOTires.com. I think tomorrow morning you're going to wish you had those winter tires.
You could probably get them on your car today at Big O Tires.
Well, you could do the online appointment scheduling. That's a good place to start to see if you can get in today at bigotires.com. And you can ask them about the savings they have going on right now. $170 in savings on Michelin tires. That sale goes through December 31st.
And also, Big O is much more than tires, although the Big O brand tire is really good. But they do auto repairs. They brakes, alignments, oil changes, fluids, batteries, and more. And they know that auto repair and tires can be an unexpected expense. And so at Big O Tires, they can give you no credit needed financing. So no matter what your budget is, whatever your situation, they got financing for you at Big O Tires. Get to know them. I know the guys at 2nd East and South Temple. Get to know your local Big O Tire store. Go to bigotires.com.
Here's what Kerry Jackson is doing when he's not on the air.
Captain's log, stardate 2233.1. I am all alone on the bridge of the Enterprise. Some sort of mysterious cosmic ray has vaporized my entire crew. I may be the only one left alive. Wait, who's there?
It's me, Captain.
Yeoman Rand. Yeoman Rand, thank God you're alive.
Yes, Captain, and I feel so safe knowing you're still here. You know I've always been attracted to you. Let's make love right here on the bridge.
Oh, come on, Sharon. You're not saying it like you mean it.
Carrie, I hate this game. Can't we just have sex like normal people?
Oh, come on, Sharon. You know that this is the only way I can get it up.
I hate this costume. This wig looks like a woven basket on my head, and the 2 folding chairs and a card table does not make the bridge of the Enterprise.
What?
Turn off the sound effects. I'm leaving.
Okay. If you don't like this game, how about we play the Battlestar Galactica game? I'll be Boxy, and you can be my little robot buddy, Muffet.
Oh, God.
Help, Muffy, help! I'm trapped and the Cylons are coming!
Here's what Bill Allred is doing when he's not on the air.
Henrietta Pussycat, you may approach your king.
Meow, 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 King Friday. How I've longed for this moment. Meow, meow. Are you sure Queen Sarah is away?
Quite. The trollop is off somewhere in the land of make-believe with Bob Dog. My spies tell me that the two of them are mating like a pair of crazed weasels in rut.
Then now is our chance, my liege. Meow. Take me here, meow. Now, right in the throne room.
Come on, Sharon, you're not getting into this at all.
Well, Bill, you look pretty stupid in that bathrobe, fake beard, and Burger King crown, and wearing those white socks on your hands to make them look like puppets is just not working. Can't we just do it in the normal way?
Oh, come on, Sharon, you know I can't get it up the normal way. Okay. If you can't do this, how's about the Sesame Street game? Now, I'm going to be Bert, and you can be Ernie.
Ernie, bend over and pick up that bar of soap I dropped this morning, would you?
Gina wearing a turtleneck sweater today.
Covering up her hickeys. That's what people do.
It's interesting. People don't wear turtlenecks very often anymore.
Unless they're covering up hickeys.
You got something against hickeys?
That's why I used to have a dickie.
To cover your hickey?
To cover the hickey. It was my hickey dickie. I mentioned a dickie the other day, and I don't think anyone knew what I was talking about.
I don't think anybody has them anymore.
Dickie is now a clothing brand, and that's what it's known for.
As a matter of fact, that's what I said. Somebody said to me, "Oh yeah, I love dickies. Their coats and their pants," and I went,
"Yeah,
no, I'm
an
never
actual
mind.
dickie.
Never mind.
It's a fake shirt.
Dickie was a fake sweater. Was it a fake shirt
it's a
or
collar.
Sweater?
It's
a fake sweater.
Fake sweater.
It was to make it look as though you were wearing a turtleneck
under your vest or jacket
or your shirt or whatever. Yeah, to make it look as though you were wearing a. It was really a stupid idea.
It was a dumb idea.
I had one, I think, for some reason.
But they were everywhere. It seems like I knew everybody had one.
Yeah.
Nobody wore them, but everybody had one.
It's a stupid idea.
Well, turtlenecks are stupid unless you're the Gorton's fisherman.
It's true.
Maybe I'm going fishing later.
Yeah, sure.
No, you're not. You're going to be way too warm in that.
You think?
Yeah.
You're dressed up for people today, aren't
We're
you?
seeing people.
Mm-hmm.
I've never worn this sweater, and I thought, I'll wear that.
Yeah, you'll be too warm. You'll be uncomfortable.
Too late now.
You're going to be sweating. It's going to be in your folds and everything.
I don't have any folds.
Well, of course not. She's a lady.
Yeah.
I'm smooth top to bottom.
.21 right now, and it's time for round 2 of your boners. Here we go. 3 news stories. These are examples of bad, stupid, or funny human behavior. You will decide with your vote. Of these 3 candidates, which one is the worst? Which one will go forward to boner fight and possibly become boner of the day? I say possibly because it depends on how well it does going up against the winner of round 1. Good candidate. So keep that in mind when you're voting for this round 2. Let's get a good boner fight. That'll happen at 9:20 when we take both of our winners and put them against each other. You'll vote for boner of the day at 9:20. Right now, you got to listen carefully and vote for round 2. Send one of these forward. 2 candidates now, a third after the news. Once you've heard all 3, then you will vote. One of you lucky random boner voters will receive.
Well, it's the Radio from Hell tote bag. It's suitable for carrying around many, many dozens of Christmas cookies.
It's for toting things.
Mm-hmm.
There's a great new way to pay for education and boost teacher salaries. A humiliating video of 10 teachers from South Dakota scrambling on all fours. It was on ice, right?
Yeah, it was at a hockey. It was at a hockey game.
To stuff their clothes with dollar bills The video has appalled the social media universe, many of whom say that our nation's educators shouldn't be fighting hand over fist for classroom funding. The disheartening scene came from an Argus Leader reporter, Annie Todd, who was at the Premier Center in Sioux Falls for the Stampede versus Tri-City Storm hockey match on December 11. After the first period, local teachers will participate in the first ever Dash for Cash. $5,000 is up for grabs for teachers to use in their classrooms. Todd tweeted on Friday. The thread that followed depicted the dystopian competition. They're comparing it to Squid Game. It began with game officials dumping trash bags of what appeared to be $5,000 $1 bills onto a rug in the middle of the ice rink. The stadium announcer's voice is mostly inaudible as 10 individuals in matching shirts walk to the middle of the ice where the pile of cash was laid. Here they go! And then they start stuffing the money into their shirts and getting it however they can, as fast as they can.
It's embarrassing. Just give these teachers the money they need to teach our children. Why this?
The people who staged it, the hockey people and stuff, are apologizing. They say it was not a good optic. But Boner candidate number 1, great new way to raise money for education and boost teacher salaries. Here's Boner candidate number 2. This'll do the trick. So a Florida man, yes, a Florida man, in Gainesville, Florida, he was pretty angry with the teenagers they've been having a running feud, but their parking habits they made this guy angry. Andre Abrams is his name, 57 years old. And he saw the car parked where he didn't like it, the teenager's car, in this long-running feud. He says, I know what, this'll do the trick. Went back in the house, and he came back out with a flamethrower.
Oh,
shoots flames 50 feet.
Because what else?
You had no other recourse.
Yeah. This family, how could I say this, the worst thing that could ever happen into a neighborhood, Abrams said. They've had issues with other residents, and so it needs to be brought to light. So I'm getting my flamethrower. He was standing there, pointing it toward the car, and the kids came out, and he started spraying fire. But he wasn't close enough to do anything damage. You better not burn up my car, one of them said. When I got to the door, but she ran in the house to call somebody, and when she got in the house, she said he was still shooting his flamethrower. I said, what's your effing problem? He's used a flamethrower in the neighborhood before, apparently. He sprays flames to scare away visitors. Boner candidate number 2. This'll do the trick. And I think it's perfectly legal to own a flamethrower. Coming up in a moment, I shouldn't have said that because now people go, oh, yeah, I want to get one of those. Boner candidate number 3. Hannibal went a little bit off script.
Boner candidate number 3 for round 2. Coming up after this, Big Boy News and Opinioendo. Brought to you by.
Give your loved ones smart gifts this holiday. Visit the Planet Fun Store at Clark Planetarium for science-themed toys and gifts for all ages. Enjoy 3 floors of free exhibits or take in a show while you're there. Open 7 days a week at the Gateway. Plan your visit at clarkplanetarium.org.
Well, this is exciting news. Kim Kardashian has passed a law exam and moved a step closer to being able to practice as an attorney in the state of California. You will remember, of course, her father, deceased father, Robert Kardashian, was an attorney. She revealed that she had passed the exam at the 4th attempt in an Instagram post published Monday. Oh, OMFGGGGG, I passed the baby bar exam, Kardashian wrote, alongside an image of herself in a bright blue dress looking into a mirror. Looking in the mirror, I am really proud of the woman looking back today in that reflection, she posted. For anyone who doesn't know my law school journey, you know this wasn't easy or handed to me.
Do you know, my sister sent me yesterday, apparently this is true. Kim hires a professional piano player to come to her house every morning during December to play Christmas music on the piano to wake her children up for the day. Every day.
Okay.
Wow.
Professional.
Okay.
That's how they wake up to.
Okay. So, yeah. Well, she's got the money. Why not?
There are starving people.
Yes, but, I think
your reaction to professional piano player playing Christmas music to wake children up is, okay?
Well, for the Kardashians, it seems par for the course to me. And Billie Eilish.
Yes.
She has revealed she was sick with COVID-19 for 2 months this year. She says the amazing coronavirus vaccine saved her life. The 19-year-old singer who hosted Saturday Night Live over the weekend appeared on the Howard Stern Show on Monday, revealing that she had contracted COVID in August. It was bad. I didn't want to die, and I wasn't going to die, but that doesn't take away how miserable it was. It was terrible. I still have some side effects. I was sick for 2 months. Pfizer says that they're, and I think this has been approved now, right? The COVID pill, a highly anticipated study of Pfizer's COVID pill confirmed that it does help stave off severe disease. Pfizer also said its antiviral pill worked in laboratory studies against the Omicron variant, which is surging in South Africa and Europe and is expected to come to the U.S. and be really bad. We're confident that if authorized or approved, the potential treatment could be a critical tool to help quell the pandemic. But I think wasn't it approved?
I think.
I don't know.
Let me see.
Last month, Pfizer asked the Food and Drug Administration to authorize the pill known as Paxlovid, based on preliminary data. The new results will undoubtedly strengthen the company's application. This came from, this story was, it's dated today.
It's not fully approved yet.
It's real close.
You can take half of one, but you can't take the whole thing, right? Is that it?
The trials show it's effective, but it hasn't been approved by the FDA yet.
All right. And that's really good news if it works, and hopefully more of that kind of thing is still to come.
But still get the vaccine. Don't take this as, I don't need the vaccine because there's a pill.
Utah Department of Health on Monday reported 2,669 new confirmed cases in the state over the weekend, 21 additional deaths. A man and a woman having a fight in an intersection here in Salt Lake. Apparently there was a gun pulled. The Salt Lake Police Department said an officer intervened when he saw the man and the woman physically fighting in the middle of the intersection of 13th South and State Street, which is pretty busy. According to police, when the officer intervened, he noticed a gun, although it wasn't pointed or being used. Both suspects were taken into custody, and the gun was recovered without shots being fired. That's all the details there are. But apparently there were like dozens of police cars around in the area. Just boom, boom, boom. They came to the scene. Should Utah's Amber Alert requirements be revised? Allison Brimhall is being held without bail Monday after taking her 4 daughters to California over the weekend, despite not having custody and a judge ordering she can't be left alone with the children.
She threatened to drive them off a cliff.
Yeah. In this case, the Amber Alert was absolutely warranted, said Lieutenant Matt Pennington of the South Jordan Police. However, it's a decision under attack by Utah State Senator Todd Weiler, who posted Amber Alert should not be used for custody disputes between parents.
Todd, do you know how many Amber Alerts we've had in Salt Lake in the last year? Do you know how many?
2.
2.
I think there's a little boy crying wolf syndrome here, Weiler said. I think the people are starting to ignore them. Ignore 2 of them?
2 in a year.
Charging documents show the girls were taken without shoes or winter coats from their father's home. Despite all of that, Ms. Brimhall said, if I can't have my girls, I'll drive them off a cliff in the car. Despite that comment, Weiler, who claimed to have seen court documents related to Brimhall's divorce, continued to call her taking the children a road trip.
He's just, he's not going to admit he's wrong. He's going to continue to double down because he woke up on a Sunday morning.
I don't know.
He's just,
Yeah, he's terrible.
Yep.
The Boy Scouts of America, let me tell you that looks like they're coming to a settlement about sexual abuse victims.
Oh, yeah?
$800 million settlement.
Wow.
Now, how that money will be divided up, I guess they'll figure it out. But the settlement is subject to court approval. And Dr. Oz's show is ending in January because he's going to run for the U.S. Senate. Thanks, Oprah.
In a state he isn't in.
Yeah.
And finally this, Gina. This is for you. I know you'll be excited to hear this. The plant-based meat giant, Impossible Foods, known for their Impossible Burger, which I finally had one of those. It's okay. Has launched its own chain of fast food restaurants, kind of, using a modern method favored by everyone from Applebee's to Guy Fieri. Impossible's new delivery-only restaurant will operate as ghost kitchens, namely working out of the Doghouse hot dog chain. Launched last week in nearly 40 locations across 8 states nationwide, the Impossible Shop is available on delivery platforms, including DoorDash, Postmates, Uber Eats, Grubhub. Worth noting, not all Doghouse locations, and we don't have one, not all Doghouse, it's Doghouse, H-A-U-S.
Yes.
Doghouse locations will be operating as Impossible Ghost Kitchens. The chain has locations in 17 states, but not Utah. I'm hoping that they do it here. Not because of the Impossible. I want the hot dogs. That's what I'm looking forward to. The menu will feature 2 types of burgers. Straightforward shop burger, like a quarter pounder, or a double down. Lettuce, tomato, pickles, onions, plant-based cheese sauce. And so it's all plant.
It's not meat. It's not cheese.
No.
Call it something else.
Well,
Find a different name for whatever it is.
They're not calling it meat. They're not calling it meat.
They're
calling it a burger.
In the story.
They're calling it a burger, not meat.
We have a Doghouse in Sandy, apparently. What? Yes. But I don't know if they're doing the deliveries, Gina, so.
I might be out in that area today. I'll try
All right.
it. All right.
Sports, weather, traffic.
I don't follow John Daly on social media, but I should.
It's just drunk texts, is all.
Legendary golfer John Daly posted a drunk text, as Carrie said, a screenshot of his Uber Eats order on his Instagram story, and it's mind-boggling, this says. This person says, I'm shocked it's possible to spend more than $400 at Taco Bell. If you had asked me if it was possible, I would have 100% said no, but John said, don't drink and order Taco Bell on Uber Eats, with the picture showing this is for one person. 5 grilled cheese burritos, 10 crunchy taco supremes, 10 spicy double steak grilled cheese burritos, and much, much more.
Yeah.
Just for John. Did I mention he's a golfer? That's sports. Weather. So today, enjoy that because it will change. So, slight chance of rain and snow this morning. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. 50% chance of precipitation after that. Quite windy today, though. 26-mile-an-hour wind gusts down here in the valley. As high as 45 miles per hour up on the peaks. Maybe up where Carrie lives, it'll be even windier.
It was windy last night.
So probability of precipitation, 90%. Rain and snow expected between 11 p.m. and 2 a.m. And then after 2 a.m., snow. Accumulation in the valleys, benches, 1 to 2 feet possible in the mountains. That's your weather. Traffic, let's see, crash SR 36 Church Road. This is out to Erda in Tooele County. Crash northbound I-15 53rd South on-ramp in Murray. It's off to the right shoulder. Crash southbound Redwood Road 27th North in Lehigh. The right lane is closed there. And let me check our message stream, see if anybody... No, they're just telling you where to get a hot dog, Bill.
Okay.
It's across from the Southtown Mall is where that is.
Oh, okay.
So,
All right.
you can go get your hot dog for lunch down there. Are you searching for Pokemon? Locally owned Haster Games has the best selection of Pokemon, Dungeons & Dragons, Magic, and more. Shop online at HasterGames.com or visit the store, 6831 South State. Curbside service is available.
All right, here's Boner candidate in number 3. Hannibal went a little bit off script. I'm curious as to why this happened. There is video available of this. I would advise you not to watch it, however. A professional wrestler violently attacked a referee during an event on Saturday. He's now been banned from one wrestling circuit And I would think he would maybe be banned for a bunch of them, and he could eventually face criminal charges. Devin Nicholson, a.k.a. Hannibal, had a match against Carlito at a world-class pro wrestling event in Irving, Texas on Saturday. After he pinned Carlito for the win, Nicholson went after the referee, Lando Del Toro, and repeatedly stabbed him in the head with a metal spike. It was unclear at first if the attack was part of the act, but the scene quickly took a horrifying turn. Hannibal made numerous lacerations on Del Toro and left him with blood running down his head. Mr. Del Toro, the referee, shared an update early Sunday morning. He posted photos of the numerous lacerations he had suffered, which required stitches. And Del Toro said, understating it, I think, things went a little off script.
Yeah.
Boner candidate number 3, Hannibal went a little off script.
All right, let's review the first 2 and vote.
Well, boner candidate number 1, a great new way to pay for education and boost teachers' salaries. Teachers at a hockey rink promotion, fighting for cash in a Squid Game-style competition. Boner candidate number 2, this'll do the trick. A Florida man, angry over his teenage neighbor's parking habits, uses a flamethrower at an unoccupied car. And boner candidate number 3, Hannibal went a little off script.
All right, you've got to decide of these 3 boner candidates which one should go forward to boner fight and possibly become boner of the day. It's round 2. Let's get a winner for this round 2 right now. It'll go up against the winner of round 1's voting. We did that an hour ago. We'll take both winners and put them into the Boner Dome at 9:20. So let's send one of these 3 forward. 1, 2, or 3. Remember your candidate number, the one that you think should win. Put that single digit in the message of a text. And then text that to 33986. You can go online, x96.com, look for the box that says Boner Voting December 14, 2021, and vote there. Or you can try our one phone line at 877-602-9696. Katie will take your voice vote in the producer's booth. You have less than 300 seconds to do it. This is round 2.
It's one of the most hotly debated public lands issues of the past several decades. The reintroduction of the gray wolf into Yellowstone National Park. Now, a similar controversy is brewing in Utah's state capital. Tonight on PBS, Frontline looks at the movement to reintroduce penguins into Salt Lake City. As recently as 40 years ago, Magellanic penguins roamed free in the tree-lined neighborhoods of Salt Lake's Avenues district. The flightless birds had few natural enemies, and their huge flocks were a common sight. But unrestricted hunting, family pets turned predator, and encroaching civilization all took their toll on these funny, waddling creatures, and they eventually became extinct in Salt Lake City. Join Frontline correspondents as they talk to the old-timers who still remember what it was like when penguins walked the Abs.
Well, what I remember most was the mess. Now, there were some that thought the penguins was cute. That is until they lived up here and had to clean up all the poop.
Oh, I do miss 'em. I remember when I was just a little shaver. You'd fall asleep to the sounds of 'em making that weird call they do. It was kind of scary. And kind of romantic, too, when you think about it.
Frontline will talk to the people who want to bring the penguins back to Salt Lake and to those who oppose it.
The penguins were here as a natural part of the environment. The delicate ecosystem of the Avenues district and of Capitol Hill, for that matter, will remain out of balance until the penguins are brought back.
Well, most of us in law enforcement in Salt Lake are against reintroducing the penguin into the city. I mean, we've got our hands full already, what with the gangs and such. Besides, a pack of them little bastards killed my grandfather's brother years ago. You know, they say that penguins are shy and won't approach humans. But I know different.
Will the Penguins return to Salt Lake City? It's an in-depth look at the entire issue tonight on Frontline.
Okay, let's award round 2 of your boners.
And round 2 of the boner voting is brought to you in part by a nice green salad.
And the key to good sex is good communication. Reveal your best pleasure at Black Velvet Boutique, Utah's locally owned by women sexual wellness resource. Open 7 days a week, 595 South State in Clearfield.
I think the winner will surprise you. Boner candidate number 1, a great new way to pay for education and boost teacher salaries. I thought that one would win because it was degrading to teachers. It was pretty horrible looking. Boner candidate number 3, I didn't think that one would do very well at all. Hannibal went a little off script, the wrestler. It got 58 votes, but the most votes went to boner candidate number 2, the guy with the flamethrower. 147 votes.
I don't know why you'd vote for that. What else could he do?
Yeah.
He had no other recourse.
No other choice but to use a flamethrower to get a parking space.
Right. I think that would be very effective. I'm going to get one.
Yes.
I believe they're legal.
Wasn't the Man of the Year selling them?
Elon
Musk, that's right.
He was selling them,
them.
wasn't he?
Were they electric flamethrowers?
Well, I don't know about that, but he was in fact selling them. Yeah. Yes, he was, Carrie. You're right.
What would you do with it? I mean, other than get you a parking space, what would you do with a flamethrower?
Kill one of the Manson girls.
Yeah, thank you for that reference to
Once Upon a Time.
That's right.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I need to see that again. Yeah. Apparently, the book is really good.
I bought the book.
And it's not, and they say it's not the same as the movie at all.
I haven't. I'm taking it to Hawaii. That's my beach chair reading.
Loan it to me after you're done.
You haven't cracked it? Is that what you're?
No, I've been saving it.
You know, Gina, another book you could take to Hawaii and read is Whitney Cummings' book, I'm Fine and Other Lies.
I could do that also, yeah.
Whitney Cummings.
Hi, Whitney.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm wonderful. How's it going?
Great. Whitney Cummings coming to Salt Lake City for the...
January 8th at Kingsbury Hall.
For the Touch Me stand-up comedy tour. And so, explain yourself.
Well, I am going to be coming to Kingsbury Hall in Salt Lake City, and I was just told I'm not allowed to curse, so
it's radio. It's not a podcast. I know you're used to your podcast, but
yeah. Well, I mean, if you swear now on a podcast, you get demonetized and taken off YouTube also. So
really?
I feel like the glory days are over.
Yeah.
The glory days are very much over. You get taken out of that algorithm, you get shadow banned, you get taken down. So I foresee a lot of comedians quitting podcasts very soon.
Wow. Dang it.
Yes, I know. We just want to get back to doing stand-up comedy where nobody can, really cancel us or, get mad at us or attack us. Sometimes I guess in person you can, but yeah, so I mean, it feels like after 2 years of not being able to tour in person, we're now back on tour. So, Salt Lake City, I've never done Kingsbury Hall before. I've always done Wise Guys, the comedy club, because it's one of my favorite venues on the planet. And so we'll see if the pandemic hasn't gone crazy, or if I don't have a Halloween photo from 20 years ago of me dressed in a festive costume. I'll be there on January 8th.
Well, good for you. Good for you.
Kingsbury is a nice old theater. You'll like it.
Very nice. Good for you is your podcast. And
yes, sir.
It says, Whitney Cummings, you don't have to call me sir. It's not necessary. Friends, comics, celebrities are on the show, on the podcast. And it says here in this little brief we have that you wanted to do the podcast to talk to people you admire and ask them how they stay mentally healthy.
Ooh.
Has that been helpful? Has that been helpful to you?
It really has. I think that comedians, we spend time with other comedians who are not known for being mentally healthy. And I think sometimes when we spend too much time together, we regress and maybe just get crazier and crazier and drunker and drunker. So I think that for me, it took spending time with, or like starting a podcast and getting paid to spend time with non-comedians and have, almost normal social relationships. They had to be televised, of course, for us to be motivated to do them. But, I think that it did come to this, I think, for a lot of comedians to talk about their feelings, to ask mature adults for advice, to talk to scientists, to get medical advice. We kind of almost had to start podcasts in order to make healthy decisions. So we got there. It doesn't matter how we got there, but we got there.
Are you going to keep doing it?
I think so. As of now, yeah. Why? Do you know something I don't?
No, just because of what you said about...
Well, with the YouTube and the touring,
not being
and,
able to swear.
You're working in TV and all that,
Oh, yeah. I'm sort of being facetious somewhat. I think, as a comedian today, you never want to commit too much to what your plans are in 6 months because you never know what's going to happen, whether it's the pandemic, whether it's the way media is consumed is changing so quickly. I think you can't be too attached to any one, way of expressing yourself. You could make a TV show, it could get canceled. You could do a special. People could be mad that you made an offensive joke and you don't get to tour anymore. I think things get taken away from us so quickly now that for a variety of reasons. Comedy is a dangerous profession to be in now.
It should, but it should be kind of dangerous, right? I mean, right?
Agree. I think it's our job to be dangerous. I think it's our job to take risks, and risks aren't always rewarded the same way they used to be.
Well, that's
whatever that means.
Yeah.
People used to pay money to see comedians say things that no one else would say, to shock, to push the boundaries of free speech, and now everyone kind of wants us to play it safe and play nice, which is not. None of us know how to do that.
You should all be like Jim Gaffigan. All of you, just be Jim Gaffigan, and then that's your model, and you'll be fine. Can I ask you?
Yeah.
Can I ask you when you tour and you're going all over the place, and you'll be here in Salt Lake on January 8th at Kingsbury Hall. When you tour, are you just by yourself? It must be lonely if you do that.
Yeah, me and all my personalities come with me, but I've got my opener, who is my podcast co-host. He's a brilliant comedian named Benton from Nashville. Yeah, so he's like my opener, my podcast co-host, my mother, my psychiatrist.
Good. I mean, that's you got somebody with you. That's good. That's good.
Yes. So, I think that, right now with the pandemic, a lot of people know me from the podcast, or at least, spent time with me over the last year because of it, whatever. And so they know him, and I think it's exciting for everyone to, but I a lot of times like to have local openers as well. Last time I was in Salt Lake City, a local guy who was a comedian, but also a teacher named Ryan Irwin, he was on the show. I always like to have, there's so much great local talent that, so if there's someone in Salt Lake that wants to come up and do 15 minutes.
No, please. Okay. You shouldn't have said that. Now you're going to get inundated.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, Whitney Cummings, January 8th, Kingsbury Hall. We have to go because if we don't, your management will be very angry.
That's what we were told.
So we have to go because your management says we do.
Yes.
So thank you for being with us.
Whitney, I loved your Netflix special. It was hilarious. And we also liked your roast of Pam Anderson. That was great.
Oh, thank you.
All right, thanks for talking
to us. See you soon.
Okay, hope so. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
All right, Kingsbury Hall.
I think you can get tickets at Arctics.
Yeah, or you just go to her website, whitneycummings.com. But, January 8th at Kingsbury Hall. Okay. She was pleasant enough.
Sure.
Traffic, Gina, please.
Northbound Highway 89 is stopped at Antelope Drive. I got that from a friend of the program via text at 33986. Thank you for that. Excuse me. Let's see. Westbound I-80 is closed near milepost 79. This is just west of the SR-138 junction due to a semi-rollover.
Not a complete rollover.
No, it was a semi-truck that rolled over.
Oh, I see.
If this is part of your commute, you want to pick an alternate route through that area. Excuse me. Crash SR-36 at Church Road in Erda. And other than that, things seem to be moving very well. Thank you for sending in your text. If you see anything else, you can let us know at 33986. Save on skiing at Snow Basin Resort with discounts up to $20 on lift tickets when you buy online. Visit snowbasin.com.
All right, we're going to take a break. We will be back. We got Boner Fight on the way. Stand by for that. Reasonable amount of news all coming up.
Tuesday Tunes
with Todd is next, and he is here to do that. I think you're going to like the song, by the way. UtahAdvocates.com.
Indeed, the Advocates, they're great. They're personal injury attorneys, and and contrary to what people think about attorneys sometimes, these guys are very, very nice.
They're here to help.
Yeah.
If you've been injured in an accident, they want you to focus on getting better, not dealing with insurance companies and taking care of hospital bills and things. That's why you should get them involved as soon as possible.
Yeah. Well, it's what you were saying about attorneys. You know, people make lawyer jokes. That is until you need one.
Yeah.
And then you realize maybe I've been wrong about attorneys.
Exactly. And so call the Advocates if you've been in an accident and you're not sure maybe whether you have a claim or not. But it doesn't hurt to call them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can also chat with them online at utahadvocates.com 24 hours a day, 7 days a week if you're a little bit shy. So don't be afraid. Get a hold of the advocates. They don't charge you anything unless they take your case and get you a settlement. UtahAdvocates.com.
Did you miss the Radio from Hell show this morning?
Cart. Spell it with me now. C-A-R-T. And now we'll use it in some dialogue featuring our two Utah friends, Levar and Legrand. Come join the boys now as they drive the highways and byways of our great city, Salt Lake. Legrand is driving. His friend Levar is an unwilling passenger. Again, the Utah word is cart. Listen, Mr. Elder Legrand R. Dunn Jr., I appreciate you driving me to my appointment and all, but you're scaring me to death with the way you're handling this automobile. I think we may die before we get there.
I've been driving this Reliant K car without so much as a fender bender for 8 years now, Levar. I don't think you have no room to talk about how I drive.
Watch out where you're going, you flipping fool!
There, you see, Legrand, that's just what I mean right there. You cut in front of that guy there, almost rammed into him, and then you honk and yell. It was your fault.
The gall-danged mother flipper saw me signal and just wouldn't move out in the way. He should have moved out in the way.
Look, why don't you just pull over and let me behind the wheel of the K before you give us both ulcers?
Because you haven't a driver's license at this particular junction of time and space. You cannot legally drive. That's why we're driving to the traffic cart, to meet your liar. I have my doubts whether you will get it back, though. You run over a person in a pedestrian crosswalk. Well, the cart isn't going to look on that very favorably.
First off, I didn't run over nobody. I just knocked the guy down. Hell, he jumped right back up, started yelling bloody murder at me, and then it was me that was the one who calmed him down and helped him find most of his teeth. And second off, I fired my liar. He said the best he could do was keep me out of the state pen and in the county log. He weren't no help at all. So I will represent myself in cart.
Well, you know what they say, Levar. A man who serves as his own liar in cart has a dipstick for a client.
Oh, come on now. Whoever said that?
Smartest liar ever.
Who, F.G. Bailey? Or that Melvin Belly? Maybe it was that Lehigh McKenzie from L.A. Law.
Nope. The smartest liar ever was Perry Mason. Never lost a case in cart.
He was good. Hey, do you ever look at his secretary, that Deli Street, and have impure thoughts?
Yeah, when I was a kid. When I confessed to my church leaders, I was afraid they'd haul me into the bishop's cart.
No pee breaks, people. No pee breaks.
Tuesday Tunes with Todd, brought to you by bringing you live music experiences featuring Jeff Crosby with local rockers Triggers and Slips on Saturday, December 18th. Get tickets and more information at thestateroompresents.com.
Tuesday Tunes with Todd on X96. Ready for mail.
Here he be in the studio with us, Todd Newcomb, our program director. That means he's responsible for for every single thing you hear on X96. So if you have an issue with anything, take it up with Newcomb.
You fail to, 24/7, like just anything that comes out of your speakers it's my fault.
Yeah, it is.
I'm sorry.
It is.
A blanket apology.
Or you're welcome.
Or you're welcome. Whichever, however that goes for you.
I think there'll be very few calls on that end.
But hey, thanks for having me.
That's nice to have
Thanks
you.
for coming in.
Did you bring a song? Is it a 45 or what do you got?
Yeah, it's a 7-inch single. We'll play it on the turntable here. No, this is every once in a while. So I come in here with sometimes things that I think the audience will like, sometimes that I may not personally like. Like I have to play that part. Like I don't like it, but I bet people will. But this time, this is for me. This is one that I like, and I think people will like it too.
It's a harmonic convergence.
Okay.
And in many cases like this, I'm probably wrong, and I'm just the guy that likes it, and everyone else will be like, "Oh my god."
Well, now I'm really curious.
That's what this feature is all about, really.
So this is an Australian band. They're three dudes from Australia, and they've been together. It's Rufus Du Sol is the name of the band. Now they've been. This is their fourth album. It just came out a couple of months ago, and they've played some shows, so they've got a good following, and a lot of their stuff it's very electronic. So think about like Kraftwerk, okay? Now you're starting to see why I like them.
Yeah, of course.
It's or Depeche Mode, because you have a drummer, and then the vocalist has a whole rack of synthesizers, electronic gear, and then they have another keyboard player.
Oh, really?
So it's very Depeche Mode, very Kraftwerk in sort of the presentation that they have. But this song that is kind of starting to cut through, and it's probably one of their most radio-friendly ones because they tend to have long, dreamy electronic songs.
Jams.
Yeah. But this one is called, and Katie is familiar with this project because of course she is. So maybe Katie and I like it.
Well, there you go.
Well, there's two.
But the song that I want to play for you is called On My Knees, and it'll be very Depeche Mode-y. They remind me of Talk Talk a little bit vocally. Some New Order in there, Radiohead, especially Kid A. You're going to hear elements of that in here. So,
all right, I'm intrigued. What's the name of the album?
The album is out. It's called Surrender.
From Surrender, it's Rufus Du Sol, On My Knees. Tuesday Tunes with Todd, X96.
I call this poem, I Hate X96. I can ride the wildest bronco in the wild and woolly west. I can take him, I can break him, let him do his level best. I can handle any cattle, ever wore a coat of hair. Hell, I've even had to tussle with a mean old grizzly bear. But there's one thing I can't handle, it nearly makes me sick. I gotta listen to that god-awful music just to hear my poems on X96. It's nice of Carrie and Bill to play my poems on the radio, but God, that music they put on about makes my lunch chunks blow. Who are these violent femmes? Their songs just make me sick. And then there's that Morrissey, a whining limey prick. When that 9-inch nails feller sings closer, it makes me feel mighty mean. And them two cute boys from Eraser are the biggest sissies I've ever seen. Give me country music from Bocephus, from Merle, and from Willie. I don't want no caterwauling from The Cure, or bands with names that are downright silly, like Hoodoo Gurus, Gene Loves Jezebel, Weezer, and Ween, and MC 900-Foot Jesus. Jesus, what the hell does that mean? I wish I could do my cowboy poems on a station with good old boys what plays country tunes, instead of that X96 with its long-haired, earring-wearing, sissified, sushi-eating, devil-worshipping goons. There is one good thing about X96. Heed my words if you wanna. At least them immoral bastards don't play them skank hooer songs by Madonna. I'm Conway Skinner.
You know,
moody electronic music that you can dance to. Of course, I love it.
Of course. I was going to say this is such a Todd song.
It's so Todd.
And what is the name of this outfit?
So the band, they're called Rufus de Soul. The album's called Surrender, and that was On My Knees. Now, if you want to know more, there's a live concert they did. It's and it just was on YouTube is how I found it, the whole thing. Rufus de Soul live at Joshua Tree. So they set up out in the desert.
Wow.
And it's like a lot of drone shots, and they have some light. It's pretty visual. It's pretty cool visually.
All right.
And it's just them and no one else. And they're just the three guys on platforms playing the music with some lights, and it's cool.
Well, it's okay. I gave up my bathroom break for that, but that's fine.
Yeah, well, you'll make it till 10.
I can do it.
Sometimes it's worth it. Sometimes it's not. Today was a good day. So
that's what's fun about Tuesday Tunes with Todd.
You really never know. Am I going to bring a steaming failure, or will it be a good song?
A steaming pile of failure.
It'll be interesting to see how our audience responds to that.
They seem to like it so far.
Yeah. The big promotional push, I think, for that song is January is kind of the plan. They're on Warner Brothers here in America, so
we're way ahead of it.
Is that when we start playing the hell out of it, or are we doing it now?
I haven't officially started playing the hell out of it, but
we may.
You know, I don't know. We'll see. We'll test it. We'll ask opinions. And you said you got a couple of good replies over there?
Oh, yeah. Some text came in, said it was a good choice. All right. We'll see what happens.
Give us your feedback, because we don't know what we're doing.
That's what, please. That's why Tuesday Tunes with Todd is helpful.
Indeed.
To Todd.
Absolutely.
Tuesday Tunes with Todd on X96. Ready for hell!
There we go. Thank you very much, Todd.
Oh, do we have meetings later today?
I do believe.
I'm afraid so. You're crying. He's crying.
No, he's giggly.
He loves meetings.
I'm giddy with delight.
All right. Let's see. We got Boner Fight coming up after this. A reasonable amount of news. We might get a visit from Daryl from Odyssey Dance Theater. I say might.
You never know with Daryl.
You never know with Daryl.
No.
He's an artist.
Don't chain him down.
We can't.
All right. We'll take a break, and we'll be back in just a moment. Brooklinen.com. Give the gift of comfort this holiday season and save while you do it. I want you to go to brooklinen.com and remember to use the promo code X96. You're going to get a deal with that. Gift giving, it's interesting time of year. You know, gift giving, it's always difficult to do. I don't know why we overthink it sometimes. So that's why I'm here to think it for you. I've thought it through, and you need to get a Brooklinen bathrobe for the people on your Christmas list that you're just not sure about.
Must get bathrobe.
Because comfort is always a gift that is well received, and I love my Brooklinen bathrobe. They've got all kinds of things for all kinds of prices at brooklinen.com. Every budget. Gift cards are also a great idea. The 5-star sheets are a great place. Their collection of must-haves now includes everything from decor to loungewear, slippers. I mean, they've got everything there. So go to brooklinen.com. Use the promo code X96 for $20 off with a minimum purchase of $100. That's BROOKLINEN.com with the promo code X96 for $20 off with a minimum purchase of $100. Brooklinen.
Ho!
Here's what Kerry Jackson is doing when he's not on the air.
Grandma, why do we have to drive all the way up from Salem to Orem just to go to the Training Table restaurant?
Because they have the cheese fries, you stupid little turd.
Grandma.
It's worth the 20-mile drive for the cheese fries.
Yeah, worth it to you. You don't have to drive.
Well, what did you say?
I said that those cheese fries seem to make you thrive. That's what I said.
Of course they do. Cheese fries have all the nutrients we old people need. And they're easy to digest, too.
Oh,
when those rat bastards down home get the cheese fries to their burger joint, maybe we'll eat at home.
Grandma, did you bring your stool softeners?
Just you never mind about my stool softeners. Just get on the damn phone and order the cheese fries.
Okay.
Oh, and about 10 of them cups of dipping sauce.
Grandma, can I order a burger for myself?
Well, if you've got the money to pay for it. What do you think I am, Zion's First National Bank?
No, I don't.
Stupid little turd.
Here's what Bill Allred is doing when he's not on the air.
Hi, welcome to the training table. Can I take your order, please?
Well, sure. Bill? Bill, is that you?
Just a minute.
Hello?
Hello. Welcome to the training table. May I take your order, please?
Hey, what happened to the guy I was just talking to?
Guy?
Wait a minute. Bill, this is you, isn't it?
I don't know what you're talking about. My name is Jenny. Jenny Parsons. Who are you?
Oh, come on. Like you don't know that I'm Kerry Jackson, your partner on X96's Radio from Hell show.
Oh, you're Kerry Jackson? Oh, I've heard of you and the Radio from Hell show, too. Oh, I love your partner, Bill Allred.
Yeah.
He's so handsome and kind and generous and thin, too.
Yeah, right.
Oh, and he's so much funnier than you.
All right, listen, Allred, I don't know what you're trying to pull, but I could just send Grandma back in the kitchen to kick your ass.
I'm not kicking anybody's ass until I get my cheese fries. You stupid little turd.
All right, 9:19 right now. And we do have Boner Fight coming up here in about 7 minutes. So before that, a reasonable amount of news brought to you by...
Get to Strong Volkswagen during the Sign and Drive event. All you need is a signature, plus you get a lifetime warranty, no charge. Details and unlock stronger pricing at strongvw.com.
Thank you.
Well, it's been kind of a depressing news day. A bummer of a news day, you might say.
Mm-hmm.
And so instead of bumming people out, I'm going to keep this news light and fluffy.
Oh, good.
So won't you join me in wishing a happy birthday to these celebrities?
So celebrity birthdays single-handedly saving the morning show right here. Because this is what a morning show does.
Thank you. We want to wish a happy birthday to Barbie Ferreira.
Who?
She's an actor on Euphoria. Tori Kelly. Happy birthday, anybody? Tori Kelly.
She's a singer.
Yes, she is. It's rapper Offset's 30th birthday today. And Vanessa Hudgens, lovely young actress, 33 years old today. Jane Birkin, once the toast of Carnaby Street. Now 75 years old, Jane Birkin. Happy birthday to you celebrities.
Saving the morning show by doing morning show things.
You're welcome.
I feel better already. Thank you.
A Florida bee removal expert sent entomophobes, skin crawling.
People scared of bugs.
Yeah. Entomophobes sent their skin crawling after she discovered a behemoth 7-foot-tall hive. They wrote it. They wrote it like that. A 7-foot-tall hive behind a client's bathroom wall while responding to a call. Footage of the freaky find currently boasts 3.3 million views on TikTok. The expert's name is, they forgot to put the first name, Bixler, who runs a beekeeping service called How's Your Day, Honey?
I will applaud that. I like that one.
Responding to a call from some besieged homeowners in her native St. Petersburg, Florida. They had reportedly grown tired of listening to this incessant buzzing and sound of random bees escaping from the wall whenever they would use the bathroom. Little did they know that their bathroom wall harbored a humongous honeycomb.
Wow.
The remarkable pictures show 7-foot tall bee's nest.
Wow.
Behind the tile in their bathroom. It was all removed, and it cost them a little money to get it removed, but it was worth it.
That's a lot of bees.
Sure is. You know, the most popular pet names and trends of 2021, Rover.com has released the results of the data on a popular pet names website. Top dog names, Bella and Max. Top cat names, Luna and Oliver.
I thought cat names were always Mr. This and Mrs. That and Dr. So-and-so and...
No, what? No, what? Why would you think that?
Well, you have Mr. Fluffy Pants.
And Klaus. Female dogs, Bella, Luna, Lucy, Daisy, and Lola. Male dogs, Max, Charlie, Milo, Buddy, and Rocky. Female cats, Luna, Bella, Lily, Lucy, and Nala. That's the lioness from Lion King, right? Nala. Male cats, Oliver, Leo, Milo, Charlie, Max. No Mr. Fluffy Pants, no Klaus. So those are there you go, popular pet names.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. This was my dog. His name was Tippy.
No Tippy? Tippy not
no.
on the...
Celebrities and musicians continue to inspire pet owners when it comes to naming their animals, as well as football, the Olympics, and cryptocurrency. You go potty. You go outside, Dogecoin. Bad Dogecoin.
Yeah, no, don't do that.
It's okay. Well, I'm just trying to keep it light and do something that stupid morning shows do.
Dog killer!
Being stupid. You know, I told you it was National Bouillabaisse Day.
How are you going to celebrate?
I'd like to have a bouillabaisse. You know what a bouillabaisse is, Gina?
It's something I won't eat.
It's a fish stew or soup The fish, white fish of some sort, white fillets or fillets if you prefer. Recipes call for a variety of fish, including cod, snapper, flounder, halibut, sea bass, and monkfish, and more. And usually in a sort of a tomatoey base.
Yeah, my husband would love it. I would
love it.
have bread.
It's also Roasted Chestnut Day. And many, many, many people, even though they sing about chestnuts roasting on an open fire, they have never tasted roasted chestnuts. It may surprise you to know that, huh?
I don't know that I've ever had a roasted chestnut.
Well, it's time we change that. By simply roasting chestnuts, you roast them in the early evening so they'll be done in time for an evening snack. They go great with a cup of hot chocolate. You've had roasted chestnuts?
We had them in Paris, remember?
Yeah, they were kind of burned.
They were burned, a little mushy.
Yeah, they weren't the best. I've roasted them at home. I might do it again this year. I haven't done it for a while, and they're quite tasty. It's also International Monkey Day. Monkey Day is not a day to monkey around. It's a day to celebrate and enjoy monkeys of all kinds.
Every day's Monkey Day on the Radio from Hell show.
There is no short of monkeys to honor. Last time it was counted, there were over 260 species of monkeys, including apes, lemurs, and tarsiers. International Monkey Day, sometimes called World Monkey Day.
Monkeys?
And Prince Charles said, "I learned the way a monkey learns by watching its parents." Okay. That's a little quote that goes with Monkey Day. Isn't this fun? This is so fun.
I've forgotten all of my troubles.
To do something stupid.
I mean, I'll be honest, maybe the audience is loving it. I'm not too sure.
And finally, this one. How much are we out of time here, I hope?
Oh, you got a couple of minutes, a minute or so.
Utah residents willing to stay up late at night. I guess,
that was yesterday.
Is it over Monday and Tuesday?
That was this morning.
Oh, crap. I missed the Geminid meteor shower.
Yep.
Astronomers say telescopes are not needed. I don't know. Did anybody see them? Did anybody see any Geminids last night? I was not privy to that. And because I didn't know about it, and I didn't go outside. Jessica Chastain and celebrities are running to Jeremy Strong's defense after a profile was written about him in The New Yorker. Jeremy Strong, Succession.
Kendall.
Oh, Kendall. Okay.
So the New Yorker profile, they painted him as kind of unpleasant to work with. That he gets so involved in his part, and it says on Succession, Jeremy Strong doesn't seem to get the joke that it's supposed to be a comedy. He's way too serious. It seems like everybody who read it or went looking for it after they heard about it had a takeaway. Fans were baffled by his apparent extreme method acting tactics. And he does. He's very, very...
Brian Cox has talked about it.
Yes, he has.
He said I think he gets into it a little too much.
Well, Jessica Chastain, who starred with Strong in Molly's Game and Zero Dark 30, said, "Well, I've known Jeremy Strong for 20 years and worked with him on 2 films. He's a lovely person. He's inspiring and passionate about his work."
Well, and Aaron Sorkin, who apparently doesn't have social media, had her post. Will you post this for me, Jessica? And what he did was, I thought this was interesting. So Aaron Sorkin did the trial of the Chicago
7.
Yeah.
And oftentimes when people interview you, they email you questions.
Yeah.
And then you email them back the answers.
Right.
And Aaron Sorkin said, it was grossly cherry-picked what this guy put in his story. Here is the entire exchange I sent him when he asked me about Jeremy Strong. And this guy had cherry-picked all of the negative stuff, and Aaron Sorkin had written, glowing praise for Jeremy Strong.
Why was there negative stuff in there at all?
It wasn't even negative. It was, he talked about him being a prankster on the set of the trial of Chicago 7, because that's what the character would do. But the New Yorker just said, "Oh, he was horrible on the set," and he said he wasn't horrible. He was in character. And
yeah. Well, I'm glad people are sticking up for poor Jeremy Strong. Who was he in the Chicago 7?
He was. It was Sacha Baron Cohen was. It was the other guy. So Sacha Baron Cohen.
Was he Jerry Rubin?
Yeah.
He was? Oh, well, okay. Huh.
And here's how I know Jeremy Strong is a good actor. Because honestly, I don't care for him in Succession at all.
He's an unpleasant person.
He's an unpleasant person.
They're all unpleasant.
And when I watched the trial of the Chicago 7, I was shocked that that was Jeremy Strong because he's a completely different character.
He's on my short list of actors I want to play Dr. Doom.
I mean, I didn't even realize that was him.
Yeah, that's how good of an actor he is, that he could be that different of a person.
Yeah.
Well, straight to hell with the New Yorker.
It's Boner Fight. With Radio from Hell on X96.
I canceled my subscription a couple of months ago. Boner candidate number 1. This is from the 7 o'clock hour. The virus abhors good-smelling breath. Senator Ron Johnson suggests gargling with mouthwash to kill the coronavirus. He's a senator. Oh, and earlier it said, wasn't he the one that was stripped of all of his committee assignments? No. It wasn't Ron Johnson. It was King.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember his first name all of a sudden, but it was King, not Johnson. He still sits on important committees.
Mm-hmm.
Going up against number 2, this'll do the trick. A Florida man who was angry over his neighbor's parking habits used a flamethrower to shoot it toward an unoccupied car. Oh, no, it was an occupied car.
Yeah.
Excuse me. That's number 2.
There you go. You've got to decide of these two candidates which one should be Boner of the Day, 1 or 2. Remember your candidate number, the one that you think should win. Put that single digit in the message of a text. Text it to 33986. Or you can go online, x96.com, look for the box there on the website that says Boner Fight December 14, 2021, and vote there. If you don't see that box, refresh your browser. It should appear. Or you can call. We have our one phone line coming in, 877-602-9696. All right. You have 4.5 minutes is all. Let's go. It's Boner of the Day. Vote.
Al. Spell it with me now. A-L. Al. And now we'll use it in some dialogue with our friends Levar and Legrand. Today, the boys are out in the woods hunting with their California friend, Chip. A conversation ensues.
Hey, nice of you guys to bring me on the deer hunt. I've never had a chance to do this.
Never been hunting before, huh, Chip? Well, why am I not surprised? You'll notice that the rest of us, Chip, are wearing a highly visible flame orange attire. Now, while very colorful and attractive, your Hawaiian shirt ain't what I'd call appropriate.
It's kind of like hunting with Magnum P.I. You ever been in the great outdoors at all, Mr. Selleck?
I've been to the Grunion Run in Long Beach.
Well, we're not talking about sissy boys in their running shorts here, Chip. We're talking about hunting, fishing, manly sports.
Yeah, manly sports. Hunting, fishing.
I free climbed Half Dome at Yosemite last summer.
Oh, fine. You climbed up some rocks at some Bugs Bunny theme park or something. You ever bagged a 4-point? You ever bagged it and tagged it and gutted it in a blinding snowstorm?
With a real bad earache and a wooden leg?
You don't have a wooden leg.
Well, with a bad earache and while you're half drunk.
Levar, have you been drinking? I've told you I do not approve of drinking, and certainly not drinking while we're on the hunt.
Of course you know why he's upset, don't you, Chip? It's the old story, why you should always take more than one of the elders like Legrand here hunting with you. Because if you only take one, he'll drink all your beer.
Real funny, Levar.
I don't get it.
Well, Chip, you see...
What's that?
What?
That?
Oh, Al.
That can't be Al. Al's back at camp.
Sure, it ain't the camp Al. I'll bet it's a different Al.
What? How could there be another Al? Especially way out here in the woods.
Well, the camp owl was probably a born owl. Oh, now, this one sounds like a horned owl.
And now I know that joke about all you Utahns have horns. Al has horns.
What's wrong with him?
I don't know. These fetching Californians seem to have their own language, you know?
All right, so let's award Boner of the Day.
Yes, let's. And it's brought to you in part by baked ziti and a nice green salad.
And Robbers Roost Campsite Cordial Rockin' Bourbon. Enjoy this rich, warming, spiced whiskey spirit straight from the bottle or pour it in a tin cup and sip it by a fire. On shelves now at select DABC stores, produced by Water Pocket Distillery.
Well, even a guy with a flamethrower shooting it at a car with somebody in it because he didn't like the way they were parked, it can't possibly beat Ron Johnson, Senator Ron Johnson, who says gargling with mouthwash will kill the coronavirus. That's what you should try.
How about a vaccine and a mask? How about that, Ron Johnson?
Just standard gargling with mouthwash will handle it. You're fine. You don't need to go through all that trouble. It's been proven to kill coronavirus, he said.
He then said, why isn't Joe Biden doing anything about the coronavirus?
He wins Boner of the Day.
Okay.
The following is a sponsored feature.
This
Hey,
right
it's
now.
Daryl.
We found him. Daryl
Right.
Yeager.
Yes, I'm here.
You've been wandering around, and you finally found the studio after a couple of weeks.
I did. I apologize for missing out.
That's perfectly fine.
During thriller season, but
it happened.
That went really, really well. I mean, we had packed
good.
houses everywhere we went.
Great.
Good. People were anxious for entertainment.
So
Definitely.
You're doing It's a Wonderful Life.
Yes.
In dance form. Now,
Yes.
now that's one of my favorite movies
Uh-huh.
of all time. So, I guess you're the genius who could figure out how to do that.
Well, you know, when I started looking at this, I remember there's that scene where they have the run on the bank, you know, and the people are running around and umbrellas and stuff, and I thought, you know, that could be a really cool production number. So we have a run on the bank production number, and then from there I just kind of went to all these different places in the show and figured out how to do it in dance format. You know, young George, he's like spinning his dream. He wants to go travel everywhere. So he goes, I want to go to Russia. So they do a little Russian dance. I want to go to Spain. Let's go. You know, they're spinning he's spinning his dream in dance form. You know what I mean?
Is there some sort of narration or anything, or does it?
Yeah, we have voiceovers just like the movie. You know, that help move the story along. The thing that's very different about this is when George sees the world as it would have been without him, it becomes a today world. It's a hip hop world. It's like, you know, bars and casinos, and it's just like a today world. So it kind of brings it up to date.
Bedford Falls goes to hell.
Yes, exactly.
George Bailey had to die, so we get hip hop.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
It sounds fantastic. Now, where is it playing and when?
We are at Kingsbury Hall. We're going to be December 17th through the 23rd. We have a matinee on Saturday at 2 o'clock. And it's an amazing production. We have this big tank of water in front of the stage there in the pit. Yeah. And, you know, we use it 3 times in the show when young Harry slides on the snow thing and falls in the water.
Yeah.
And George jumps in to save him.
And then when the dance floor opens
up. And the dance floor opens up and they fall in the tank of water, you know.
Wow.
And then there's also when Clarence jumps in the river to help to keep George from killing himself.
Yeah.
So we use this big. It's like a swimming pool in front of the stage. It's awesome.
This is
you're crazy.
Yeah. This is
There's special effects.
This is pretty intense.
It is.
How many people in the cast?
We have about 24 dancers in the cast, and then we have about 12 kids that are in the show.
It looks like a big production. I'm actually right now on OdysseyDance.com, which is where you get tickets, by the way. And there's pictures there of the.
And you know, it's just. It has such a heartwarming story, obviously, and you know you're going to cry at the end, just like you always do in the movie. And it's just a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful story.
It is, and you know Donna Reed in that really young Donna Reed.
Donna Reed is not dancing in the show. Bill.
I really had. I'm just saying. I just always really.
Well, and our George
really cute.
Our George dances a little better than Jimmy Stewart.
Stewart would.
Yeah. How do you cast for a Jimmy Stewart type?
You know, I just have a young man in the company that is just amazing and a great actor, and he does a great job.
It's a Wonderful Life, Daryl Yeager's Odyssey Dance Theater. The only problem with getting tickets on your website is I wonder if people have a hard time spelling. I don't think I can spell Odyssey.
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 There you go.
You say it like that. It's easy to remember.
You'll never forget now.
ODYSSEY.
No.
OdysseyDance.com.
I don't know whether this person is kidding or not, but they're upset that we spoiled the ending.
Oh, you don't deserve a surprise. It's a Wonderful Life.
Exactly.
Well, and if you haven't already seen the movie, shame on you anyway.
And then there's that.
Well, it's black and white.
I know, but we're in full color.
Oh, good. You sprung for the color version.
Yes, we did.
Okay, excellent. Daryl Yeager, thanks for stopping by.
You bet. Thanks for having me.
It's a Wonderful Life. The dates again.
December 17th through the 23rd, Kingsbury Hall. Go to odysseydance.com.
ODYSSEY.
Yeah,
Dance.com.
Thank
All right.
you.
Thanks, Daryl.
All right. Thank you, Daryl. We're going to take a break and we'll crawl towards the exits after these. ZeroRez, just in time for the holidays.
Yes, indeed. It's always just in time to go to Gina's house.
Yes.
Well, I like to use ZeroRez a couple of different ways. You can have them come before people are coming over. $33 per room, fourth room free. Get 25% off air duct cleaning services. That deal means you could have them come before people come over and then after they leave and dirty up your house.
Yes, Ms. Barberi, we have you on the schedule. ZeroRez, they are cleaners extraordinaire. They do carpets, they do tile, they do upholstery, and as Gina mentioned, they now do air duct cleaning. And all you got to do is call them to make an appointment, 801-288-ZERO. That's 288-ZERO. And if you want to make an appointment online, you can do that, ZeroRezSaltLake.com. Or if you're up north, it's ZeroRezDavisWeber.com. ZeroRez, they're going to get your house clean. You better count on it.
Farting is far from just a human problem. Animals fart too.
Well, yes. If they have digestive systems, it'll happen.
As the Washington Post reported, there's a new hashtag making the rounds through the science Twitterverse. Hashtag does it fart, which, as you may have guessed, is here to answer any and all questions about which animals are capable of passing gas.
Well, I would say just
Not
about
all.
any.
No, not all.
Really?
Yeah,
Part of digestion. If you digest.
Which animals cut the cheese?
Okay.
Well,
Okay, I don't know which ones do. I want to know the ones that don't.
tons do, of course. Bats, rat, all that.
Mm-hmm.
The bigger they are, the harder they fart.
Of course.
Bear farts are horrible.
Rats, zebras, bearded dragons are among the creatures that fart. Birds, on the other hand, do not seem to pass gas. Birds.
That actually kind of makes sense.
But they could, let's see, marine invertebrates.
So you should eat like a bird so you don't fart?
Oysters, mussels,
Well,
crabs.
how would they fart?
I don't know.
They don't have a bum.
Well, they eliminate waste.
She said in the most scientific way possible.
They eliminate waste. They take in nutrients and eliminate waste. The hashtag has a purpose beyond making scientists giggle at their own handiwork. The paper explained whether or not a given animal farts is apparently a question that zoo employees often receive from kids who come to the zoo.
Well, yeah.
They ask the questions.
Kids would ask that.
If a little scatological humor keeps kids interested in biology, well, everybody wins. And if the hashtag does it fart has you jonesing for more internet things at the intersection of animals and potty humor, there's always... no, I don't think I can say that one. It's about animals with the weirdest genitalia. Okay.
Now, here's someone who's saying that birds fart because they've heard their cockatiel fart. I don't think you have.
What have you
maybe
heard?
it's just
then?
making
I
a fart
think you've
sound.
heard it making a fart sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they're mimicking you.
Probably
maybe?
imitating you
Yeah.
farting.
Yeah.
Buy RC Cola when I see it.
Why?
I like RC Cola.
Why? It tastes like it has mud in it.
Have you been buying the proper RC Cola? Or
I never could stand RC.
Have you been buying something else?
I like, you get yourself a RC Cola and a moon pie. All this controversy about Jeremy Strong, the actor on Succession.
It's gotten you very upset.
Well, I looked up, people are defending him, saying what a lovely guy he is and a wonderful guy. Well, I looked up all of how you Google a guy like him and you click on images and whole pages of pictures of Jeremy Strong come up.
Yeah.
He's not smiling in any of them.
Well, that doesn't mean he's not
a single
nice
one.
guy.
He's a sourpuss. That's what he is. He's probably somebody who likes RC Cola. Do they still make RC Cola? Where do you ever see it?
I occasionally see it at the Harmons.
Really?
Occasionally.
You like the flavor of mud, huh?
It doesn't taste like mud.
It tastes like it has mud.
Maybe you had a muddy
with
glass
you.
of RC Cola.
Did you not clean the glass?
It's been come on. Just because I have I won't say sophisticated, I'll say unusual palate.
Yeah, certainly.
No, it doesn't taste like mud. I just never.
I don't buy it often, but occasionally I'll see it and go, oh, yeah.
Sounds like you're trying to defend your love of RC Cola here. What is the
Royal Crown?
That's right, Royal Crown Cola.
Mm-hmm.
It was there were the big three: Coke, Pepsi, and RC, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Pepsi has never really been able to overtake Coca-Cola, really. Which is they've always tried
in the diet sodas, yeah. Diet Coke always wins.
They are perpetual. But, I'm the sort of person who, I know Gina, when she goes to a place and she said, I'd like a Diet Coke, please. And they say, I'm sorry, all we have is Pepsi. And they always apologize. I don't understand that.
They say, is Pepsi okay? And I say, no.
Yeah, and
no,
I say, fine. It's fine. I don't care which one.
I actually prefer Diet Pepsi, but
I like Diet Coke. Diet Pepsi's just fine, and probably RC is okay. I don't know.
I had my very rare soda the other day when I went to see Ghostbusters.
Oh, you still haven't told us. You can't talk about it?
That's the thing. I liked it. Okay. I can talk about. I have a question for the fans of Ghostbusters that I can't ask without spoiling.
You could say tune away if you don't want a spoiler. You could give it one of those.
No, not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
Because it.
If you tell me, I'll tell it.
Yeah, Bill loves spoiling things.
Yeah, you won't. I mean, you won't believe when I tell you. Because I mean, you're probably not going to see it.
No.
When I tell
on
you,
TV, I'll see
when I tell you what they did, you won't believe it.
Okay.
And I'll say, now don't get me wrong, I liked it a lot.
Okay.
But they did something unusual, is what you're saying.
But my question is this you don't have a problem with, but the all-girl Ghostbusters you have a problem with?
Okay.
That's just my question.
Have people expressed now the all-girl Ghostbusters people for some reason they just thought that was heresy.
I don't know why, because it was very funny.
Yeah.
But this one there have been really not any complaints to speak of.
I haven't seen any complaints from Ghostbusters fans, and I just have a question.
Okay.
And I can't without giving it a go. It was good. I enjoyed it. This whole little family that they have there, they're great. It's nice to see the Ecto One back in action.
Okay.
And it had things in it that you didn't know it had.
And Aykroyd and they are all in it, right? Briefly.
Yeah, they show up. Aykroyd, Bill Murray, and Ernie Hudson show up.
How about
and Janine,
Annie Potts.
Janine is there.
Oh.
And even if you stay, there are cut scenes at the end. If you stay till the end, you can see Sigourney Weaver is there.
Yeah.
Oh.
And she looks great.
Yeah. But she always does.
I thoroughly enjoyed it, but I just have a philosophical question for Ghostbusters fans.
Did you have a Diet Coke as your beverage?
I had a Coke Zero. That's where I was talking about this. It got derailed.
Did you have popcorn?
I had the popcorn. I had the Coke Zero with cherry vanilla in it.
Ah.
Because that's just
they got the big machine there.
They got the big machine, and that's just enough sugar to be in it,
What's that machine called? Is it called the Soda Monster? Or
I don't know.
Like
I have yet to go to a movie. I have not been in a movie theater.
Well, see, and I purposely go to screenings where there's nobody there. My schedule is such that I can go at times that.
Yeah, I would suspect if you
that most
left here
people
and
don't
went,
go.
I think it opens at 11 or something.
Yeah.
If you went to an early.
I went on a Sunday morning, and it was me and two other people in the theater.
Yeah.
I think the last movie I went to a movie theater to see was Knives Out. That's how long it's been since I've seen a movie.
I don't remember.
In a movie theater.
And I'm very selective about what I'll go see. Like I went to see Eternals and this, and I'm going to try to find a screening of the Spider-Man movie when it opens that nobody is at. So that means I won't see it for a month.
Is that
probably.
a Christmas? Opens on Christmas? Is that
next week?
Next week.
I'm not sure I've seen a movie since I was a child. I'm trying to remember. I think
the last movie in a
theater.
I remember my parents taking me to The King and I.
Jeez.
But yeah, nothing much past that. I don't know.
But I know when I'm going. Remember, I'm going to go see Festus to see the Top Gun movie. That will be the first movie I see in a theater since 2019.
And it'll probably be packed with people.
Yes. Especially in Jacksonville.
That's
Maybe I'll buy out a theater in Jacksonville for me and Festus.
That is the movie theater, the movie viewers' capital of the South, Jacksonville.
Is it?
Yeah.
We did that with Shang-Chi.
Maybe just me and just two people.
We bought a theater, and there was 10 of us in it. So we were able to separate.
You can get 12 packs of RC Cola at Smith's, it says.
And it's a Coke Freestyle machine.
And his tab's still around. It came back for a while, but I don't know if it's still around. I like the Coke Zero. I have the mini cans of Coke Zero in my fridge. I can't drink a whole can. It makes me burp.
All right.
The King and I was great, by the way.
Let's do the promo and
I gotta
crawl towards the exits.
I need to find it here. Hang on. Okay. Coming up on Wednesday's Radio from Hell show.
We're broadcasting live from John Watson Chevy in Ogden as we continue the road to the road home.
And, of course, we'll have Things That Must Go happening at 6:45. And you still have time to send yours to radiofromhell@x96.com.
Plus, Dr. Cobble will be back to answer your COVID and vaccine questions. Sadly, phones are still problematic, so please email your questions to radiofromhell@x96.com.
So come, donate warm clothes and hygiene products to John Watson Chevy. Wave hi to us and grab some Radio from Hell swag on Wednesday's Radio from Hell show on X96. You can fix that in editing, right, Katie?
Fix it in the mix. Let's see.
Finish up everything?
Yeah. Avril Lavigne is turning one of her hit songs into a movie.
Oh, that's great.
I don't know.
Skater Boy?
Making
a movie?
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Now, did we interview Whitney Cummings today?
Yes.
Okay.
That
I just
happened
wanted to make
already.
sure we got that done. I want to make sure.
Let's see. Yeah, that's it. Okay. We're
All right.
good. Fine job as always, Katie. Live long and prosper, bitches.
Don't you know who I am?
I didn't have something today. Why didn't I have something today? I should have had something today.
Corey is next.